Jack, a disappointing result. Game of two halves, started well, but we end up losing to our nearest and dearest.
I thought it was a game of 4 quarters actually. I thought we played quite well in the first quarter. Thought Geordie took his goal exceptionally well. And then I think we just lost our way a little bit. And to be fair, just before the second half, the last 15 minutes of the first half, they were the better side. They actually, no point clouding it. There's enough people here to watch football to see where we were, and they were on top, but they didn't create much. That's the good thing. So getting in, and even though we didn't have a lot of ball in the first half, after the first quarter, an hour, 25 minutes, we had the better chances in the first half. So to be 1-1, disappointing again, because we keep saying to players, don't give away needless free kicks, because that's when you get punished. And I thought we were very poor for their first goal. But they might probably complain about our first goal from their defensive point of view. So most probably 1-1 at half time was a fair result, 1-1. Second half there was only one team in it. They were far superior to us, and thoroughly deserved their 3 goals. The only thing I would say is I thought the penalty was a very soft penalty.
Very soft indeed, Jack, wasn't it?
And that is obviously a major decision. And but it's when you keep telling people not to make challenges in case you get kicked, and then they do it, it is different. But we didn't really. Second half, we had too many players that didn't really want to get on the ball and express themselves. Fear, I don't know what it is, but it is difficult. But
you missed a couple of experienced heads, I felt. Harvey White and James Crane today. There's nothing you can do about that now,
We had 4
Jack.
players that would have been playing today who weren't playing. That's Harvey, Calvin, Nathan and James. And I don't care who it is, if you take 4 influential players out of any team, it will affect. But that's how the dice roll. And the people that come in had an opportunity to impress the management, and they failed. In other words, that's the reality of it. And we've got to go again to Lewis now. But I would think that it'll be a miracle for us to recover to get in the playoffs now from that, because that's a hiding. That's a 3-1 hiding at home, and I'm not going to hide from it. We've got players here that haven't worked hard enough, and they're not fit enough in certain areas, and you can only do so much in a non-league club. You've got to rely on players who are, and as all I've said to them is, they're top of the league. They deserve to be top of the league. They'll be in the top 3 at the end of the league. And that's the standard we've got to aspire to, and that's as simple as that. Obviously, I think we'd have given them a closer game with Calvin and with Harvey and with James and with Nathan.
Yeah.
But no, want to be. And it is the first time that 11 players have been put together for Bognor. So it's, and you're playing against a very good side. But I thought the penalty was quite soft. But that's life. But they deserve it. They deserve it.
What about you? Because of these players missing, you've had to bring in a couple of loanees from Portsmouth.
Yeah,
How do you think those two fared?
I thought considering they didn't know any of the players, I thought they both acquitted themselves adequately. They're young men. They've never played in an atmosphere like that, and they did a very, I was pleased with them. And we just have to get better. It's hard work, football. Football's about hard work, picking yourself up, dusting yourself off. Disappointed for the people that turned up today, because it was a good turnout, excellent turnout, and we just got to lick our wounds, because it is embarrassing losing 3-1 at home. But they're a good side. They played well. I wish Adam all the best, and it's up to us now to work hard to recover and put some good results together for our supporters.
If we put those results together, it is capable of making a push back towards the playoffs, Jack. It's a long shot at the moment with that defeat, as you said, but there is...
Oh, there's always hope in football.
Yeah.
But we're going to have to improve by a great deal. And also we've got more injuries piling up, and it's, it's a problem. Joe Cook, he hadn't played for 2 months, and he was not going to be playing today. But you get the injuries, you have to play him. You have to play in midfield not as well as what I would have liked, and but that happens to every club at somewhere during the season, and I was just disappointed second half. First half I was quite pleased.
Yeah.
I thought we gave a good. It was a tight game first half,
Agreed.
but second half we never got into it really. Too what's the word I'm looking for? Too frightened to actually put our stamp on it and want to be part of it really. I thought we allowed them to dictate, boss us, bully us, call it what you want, and I thought we were weak. So there you go.
Do you envisage anyone else coming into the squad? Obviously you've added 2 last
If
week.
we wish to get into the top 6, we need to add 2 or 3 more and get rid of a big 4. Simple as that. That's the brutality of football.
Yeah,
but that's not always easy.
And is that what you'll be trying to do?
That's what we'll always be trying to improve the squad. What I've seen is that there's certain players that are not good enough for us to be, and we all aspire to want to be in playoff positions, and we got certain players that are not good enough to be in that position. Now I think we've got most probably 8 or 9 here that aren't bad, but we've got to work on them, and we've got 2 or 3 others that are capable. They've got to start working a damn sight harder at their fitness levels and wishing to be involved in the game and making decisions. Very easy to hide, and I thought we had a few that did today.
Just finally, are you able to say anything, shed any light on what happened with Amadou in the first half?
Apparently he thought he
said
received some abuse, but I don't know.
No.
But the police are here, the referee's here, he'll make his reports and we'll go from there. Okay, not a problem.
Cheers,
Cheers,
Jack.
boys.
Jack's described it as a game of 4 quarters in which you were the better team in the first quarter, but not the other 3.
Yeah, I think, listen, first and foremost, you're playing against a good team, a well-drilled team that they all know their jobs, and credit to Worthing that they are a good side. You don't like saying it because they're the closest rivals that you got, but first half we were okay for about 25 minutes. We get the goal. Nothing in the game really. I don't think Amadou's made a save in the first half, and then we're just so naive. We just switch off on a free kick. That whether Jake's not speaking or whether people are not realising, Jake's got 3 players around him. They play a quick ball. There's not even a defender or a midfielder to stop the quick ball, and which results in a goal. And you can't, against teams at this level, for their level, you can't afford to give them a leg up because of the front players. They get so many chances anyway because of the way they play. And fair play to them, but what I would say is that the way they play, they still allow you to have opportunities to get chances to win games. And we just weren't good enough, and we didn't try to play enough football. We didn't, but they're a good side. There's no problems with that. And we got a bit of a lesson in the second half. And like I say, there was nothing in the first half, and we've just not good enough.
How do you lift things from here? Because you've got a lot of games coming up.
Well, yeah,
you're 12th in the table. It's a tough second half of the season.
Tough second half of the season, and when you lose, it's not an excuse because you don't like to make excuses because they're a very good team, and if we had the players that we had, we might have got beat 4-1. But when you lose your 2 older midfielders, your centre forward, and your experienced defender, it's going to affect you when you bring 2 young lads in who I thought done all right from Portsmouth, but they hadn't played with us. We hadn't really trained that much. We hadn't had a game for nearly, 3 weeks, So, obviously the Bexhill game was in there, but we couldn't train due to the amount of time we had to play. So, it's not excuses. And I will say that they showed us that they're a very good team today, but we didn't do enough, in my opinion, as a coach watching our team. We didn't do enough. We weren't brave enough on the ball. Every time we had the ball in midfield, we kept on giving it away, which almost resulted in them having a chance. They're things that we got to sort out, and hopefully we can sort them out in you know, they need us to contribute. You know what I mean?
Do you still feel that the second half of the season, if you can put a run together, could bring a bit of a push towards the top 5?
Yeah, I think if you look out throughout the season, you'll see results that you think, how did they beat them, or how did them? And listen, we've got to try and get into a situation where we get on a bit of a run. Confidence will be dented because of this game. We've got a massive game on Saturday, you know, and we've got to dust ourselves down. We try and pick a team for Saturday, we try and go there and get a result. It's going to be a difficult game, but all games are difficult. But when you give goals away in terms of how we do, in terms of the first goal, prime example, they'll say it's good play from them, but it's 100% avoidable. It's never a penalty, by the way. He's not touched him. No, he's not touched him. He's dived, and I'm not saying he's dived, but he's made a meal of it, which results in the referee giving a penalty. And I always think, Steve, you know, like, I thought it wasn't a penalty, but when you see the reaction of your players, when it's a stonewall penalty, your legs, your hands, shoulders go down. When you get 4 or 5 of them running around after the referee, it sort of tells you the story. I don't want to make an excuse because they might have gone on. They probably would have maybe gone on and won the game anyway. But as to say at half time, you'd have thought at half time it's 2 decent teams. But like you say, we've just not done enough in the second half. We've not retained the ball enough, haven't attacked them enough. And like I say, for all their good play, they do leave you opportunities to hurt them, and we didn't do it today.
And hopefully, hopefully at Lewis you'll have 1 or 2 back. Nathan would hope to be back, and maybe Calvin or James.
But I don't think Calvin, being honest. I think Nathan, fingers crossed, might be back.
Yeah.
Harvey maybe touch and go. I'm not too sure. Harv's with his hamstring, and obviously James should be available because obviously he's just got, whether he slept wrong or he's just so hopefully that can rectify itself
on
Saturday.
Things up a bit.
Yeah, but it's listen, whatever it is, we have to go there and try and get a result.
Thank you.